Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the Tinmans Court Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tinman Taylor, and today you guys are probably wondering why am I wearing my Leatherface mask today. Well, I figured since I ranked every mask from the Halloween franchise with Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees' hockey masks, I might as well rank every Leatherface mask from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this ranking on the road and in the bag. Okay, coming in at dead last at my number 16 spot is the Pretty Lady mask from Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. I said it before when I ranked the movies. This movie was just god awful, but also the masks look like crap. This almost looks like one of them lady masks that you could buy offline today and just modify it to make it look like a skinned off face. Coming in at number 15 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation Grandma mask. Again, like I said with the Pretty Lady one, this one just looks like one of them random old lady masks that you could buy at a Halloween store probably today or from the 90s. And it just looks like wrinkled up vinyl on his face. And in my number 14 spot is the Next Generation Killing mask. I mean, it just seems like this film was trying to replicate what the first film did with a killing grandma and pretty woman mask, but they really done it terrible. This one I can look over past as being the better of the trio in this movie. It's got a few stitches right near the eyes and everything, but it just still looks like dried up, weathered cowhide that you just cut holes into and slap it on somebody's face. Okay, coming in my number 13 spot is the Texas Chainsaw 3D Pretty Woman Leatherface. When I saw this mask for the first time, I know they tried to replicate what was done in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. This mask looks really too bloated, and the makeup looks like it's smeared a lot heavier than what it looked like in the first movie. So that's why it's lower on my list. 12 is the mask that Leatherface put together at the end of the movie Leatherface from 2017. It's not a bad looking mask for what they were trying to do as a prequel to the very first movie and the Texas Chainsaw 3D movie, but it's just two faces stitched together in certain lighting. It really does look creepy. Makes you wonder what that mask would look like if they made another movie off of this one. It'll probably be aged like crazy. 11th spot on my list is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 Leatherface mask. I get it, they tried to do another sequel to the original movie, but that mask really looks weird. I get it, he was in a hurry as well to get a mask put on because the people that were buying the town literally killed his mother figure. So he skins her face off and places over him just to get revenge. And it's even creepier when you see him go into her room and put on her makeup over the face. When it comes to sequels to the original, I would go over the 3D Leatherface masks over this one any day. I still like it, but it's just not as good. I think somebody quoted saying that it almost looks like melted cheese. Moving right along to number 10 is the Kemper Mask from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. All I can say about this one is it's terrifying just to see Leatherface wearing the face of Jessica Biel's boyfriend. Since it's just a fresh skin mask, it don't look as terrifying as the one he wears in the majority of this film. But it really just makes your blood turn cold when he turns to look at Jessica Biel wearing this mask. Because if I saw something like that, I'll be running. It just don't look right on somebody else's face. It's too stretched out. Okay, and my number 9 spot is the Muzzle mask that Leatherface wears at Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. And I was going to put it lower on my list because technically it ain't a mask, but it really does look cooler than those Next Generation type masks, I tell you. And plus, this is supposed to be like an origin film to the remake Leatherface that Andrew Minarski plays, and it don't look like it's made out of human skin. It's made out of cowhide, hence why it's so dark and leathery looking. But it's still a cool look for Leatherface. Number 8 is the mask worn by Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. And people nickname this one the Frankenstein mask. And I kind of like that name because you could tell it looks like different faces are just cut and stitched together all in this one mask. And you could tell right here that this one looks like it's still got a nose and mouth and goatee hair on it. I don't know what it is about this mask, but I really dig it. But Tom Savini did a good job designing this mask. All right, coming in at my number 7 spot is Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3 mask. Or some people like to call it the Gina mask because you'll see Leatherface making this mask in the beginning of this film. He kills a girl named Gina and cuts up her face, and she had a rose tattoo. And it's somewhere on the mask where you can't see it in this photo, but he stitches it onto the rest of the skin. To me, it almost looks like a Mad Butcher type face, you know. Hence why it looks like the mouth on the mask just looks so aggressively wider than the other ones before it. But I really dig this one. Nothing screams more Leatherface than this mask does, even though it's got less stitching than some of the other ones have, but still a cool look for him. Coming in at number 6 is the Eric mask from Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. And like I said about the muzzle earlier, that look was cool for him, but when he upgraded to this mask, it looked more Leatherface-ish than what the Muzzle provided for him, and do a lot of stitching, like mostly around the mouth area, in order for it to stretch a little bit more when he moves his mouth in it. Number 5 place is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 Killing Mask. Now this puppy is an incredible work of art, if I do say so myself. They took what the original Killing Mask had to offer and just made it more meaner looking. It's got an angrier looking brow line and has stitching that almost resembles another Frankenstein type concept of a face. I mean, imagine trying to hide away from a dude wearing a mask like that. I would definitely get shivers down my spine just seeing that thing. My number 4 pick is the second mask that Leatherface puts on towards the end of Texas Chainsaw 3D. Now, I like this sculpt better than the first one he wears, and I forgot to write that first one on my list, so I'm going to make that one an honorable mention. Some people described it looking like stretched out dog bone, and it kind of does, but it also looks like a salty tan looking leather. And that scene where he puts this mask on, but he also takes the stitching and pops it right through his jaw, that really makes my mouth hurt just thinking about it. But it looked cool seeing Leatherface wear this mask to confront the evil mayor who had a bunch of townspeople burn down his house. So you might as well call this his getting revenge mask. Coming in at my number 3 is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre grandma mask. I mean, anybody else's face on somebody else's head is scary enough, but when you take an old lady mask and just slap it on a man, it's really creepy. All right. My number 2 spot is the Killing Mask from 74. I would have put this at number 1, but seeing this mask for the first time, I was like, this is Leatherface. A standard mask with stitching. And I love the detail work on this one where you can see the wound for where Leatherface hit that poor old soul in the head just to get that mask made. And of course, my number 1 is the Pretty Woman. I mean, you put makeup on any dead skin, it really makes it look terrifying. Kind of makes it look more like a creepy doll face. And almost has like a clownish look to it as well. But that's why I got it higher on my list. And this is the one I forgot to put on my ranking list, but it's the first Killing Mask from Texas Chainsaw 3D, and this one just looks like a bunch of dried out potato chips mixed together into like a big piece of tortilla. But it ain't a bad looking design for a movie that came out in 2013. Well, alright everybody, I hope you guys enjoy my ranking of each Leatherface mask from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Let me know down in the comments if you have a particular favorite Leatherface mask, or how would you rank these masks in general. This has been another successful installment of the Tinmans Quarter Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tinman Taylor. I said that's a wrap, and have a nice day.